listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm your host, Shannon Register, and this weekend we have been broadcasting from the 28th Annual Texas Home and Garden Show over at Reliance Center. Lots of vendors out here showcasing their product. We've met a lot of interesting people. Today, Register Real Estate Advisors, the brokerage in partnership with Houston Real Estate Radio, is offering to the public at no cost a free home evaluation. You can stop by the booth and calculate the value of your home. This is a very lengthy, in-depth report about your home that realtors here can pull for you, generate for you. Just stop by the booth. We have iPads out. All you need to put in is your name, your email address you want the report emailed to, and your property address. The report generates in about 48 hours, and it's a very lengthy, detailed report about your property. This will be sent to your email inbox in about 48 hours. You want to look through it before you print it. It's very long, lots of information. I brought on a realtor from Register Real Estate Advisors to talk with us about this lengthy report that you get when you use the program. So welcome to the show, Jay.
Hi, Shannon. Thank you.
Jay Richardson's here. He is a realtor with Register Real Estate Advisors. You've been working with home buyers for over 20 years and home sellers. And what do you think about the report? Is it a good value?
Oh, I think it's an incredible value. It gives you so much information, so much more than you're used to getting in one place. It gives information about your home, the neighborhood, the zip code, the county. It gives you demographic information, tells you there's a flood map in there. It's just amazing. And
the flood maps changed recently, so you can see where you are in relation to flood maps.
Yep, that's what's kind of cool. So the information that you get out of it is just mind-numbing, and it can be overwhelming, but the way it's organized, it's really not. They've got charts that help you understand it. It's just fantastic. Starts off with basically home information. It tells you the basic information about. Talks about the house itself, how big it is, what type of house it is. Then you have extended info. It talks about what was in the house the last time it was built. They get the information for the house itself from the MLS.
So anytime it's been in the MLS previously, right, those photos are there, that information is there. You know, one of the things you and I talked about earlier is seeing those old photos of the house and kind of compare it.
It's fun. If you've been in the house for 5 or 6 or 10 years and you've changed a lot of it since you moved in, it's kind of fun to go in there and look at the red carpet that's not there anymore and see the walls that are hot pink. You know, things have changed, and it's just fun to see that. That's the fun part of it, that's for sure.
So let's talk about what this data can be used for. You know, we've got a lot of people here walking by our booth, and you know they're interested, not sure what they can do with the report. If they're not looking at selling their house, they may not realize what they can use this for. So there's several ways you can use the report. It's a free report that gets emailed to you. One of the things that I love about it is, you know, we all just got our tax bill, and you can, if your taxes you feel like are too high, you can use this report as a guide. You know, should you protest your taxes? And if so, it gives you another piece of information to use to protest your taxes. So I like that.
Yep, it pulls the information from the surrounding area, and it shows you how your house compares to other homes.
It also shows you how your house compares if there are other homes that are distressed, that have been in distressed situations around your home.
Yep, it tells you that a lot of distressed homes in a neighborhood will kill value. And if you're in a neighborhood like that and they're still taxing you at what it was as built, you know, a couple of years ago, then it's probably assessed too high and you'll want to get that reduced. So this just gives you information that you can take down to the appraisal district. If you've ever been through an appraisal audit or a review, it's kind of an interesting process. First, you can do it online, and then if you don't like what they do, they'll take you down there and they'll let you talk one-on-one with a person, and ultimately you'll be in with a group of 3 people. And it's nice to take this ammunition with you when you go to talk to them, because they're talking to you about what they know. And sometimes what they know isn't correct.
Right. You know, overall in the Houston market, home values have increased 10% in the last year. Some people still think we're stuck in that recession. They don't realize home values have gone up around 10% in the last year. And this report will let you know where you stand right now on home value. And also, when you're at the home show, you may be looking at doing some remodeling, upgrading your windows, making your home a little more energy efficient. There's so many different things you look at when you're down here at the home show, give you lots of ideas for things you can do to your home. You need to know if the value's there before you put in more money. Is it going to make sense to put in a pool? Is it going to make sense to put in more landscaping? Or are you maxed out on value for the neighborhood? You need to know where you fall. And so this is the free report that we're offering to consumers while you're down here at the show. As you're thinking about renovating your home and things you want to do with it, take a look at this report and see, does it make sense to do those things? So I think that's a great way to use the report as well. So let's talk about some of the things that the report has in it. There are obviously some pitfalls with the report. Before we go into more details on the report, let's talk about some of those pitfalls. Because I don't want to mislead anyone. We are realtors, but when we don't see your house, we don't know what condition it's in, we can't give you the exact value. So you should always have a realtor come to your house, see it, and do an in-depth market analysis on the house. But what this is giving you is a report with a lot of data, and it compares to the recent home sales in the area.
Right. It pulls the general area in some cases instead of just a subdivision, and that's something that we have to watch out for whenever we're making one of these reports. So we will send it out with an automatic value. But it can be tweaked. It's not the final value. It's just an estimate. And if you're somebody that seriously needs to know exactly what your house is worth.
If you want to sell your house, you better get a realtor.
Get one of us to sit down and talk to you about what all this means.
Yeah. The thing is, it's pulling from raw data. And sometimes when you pull from raw data, it may be pulling a source that is a source that that's automated looks good, but wouldn't necessarily fall into a comparable with a realtor doing an analysis on it. So you do want to be careful of that, but it gives you a very general overview of what your home's worth and a lot of great information. So the report has floodplain maps in it, so you can see where you fall in relation to floodplains. And some of the other things that it gives.
Well, it gives you a neighborhood and zip code type of information. They pull this from the census that was done. It even has the information on the last election. How many voted Republican, how many voted Democrat.
I like that. That's interesting.
They break down areas by the number of children. Then they subcategory that into the ages of the children. They break it down by the families in the area. How many families are in the area. The information that you can get with this report is just amazing. And like I said, it's all gathered up in one place. All this information is public information. But it gives it to you all in one report, so you having to go research it. Right. We do it for you. And it's nice. It really is. It gives you so much information, I like that it looks at zip codes, it looks at the subdivision, it looks at the county, and it looks at the house. Yep.
You're getting all different levels of information in this free report that we're generating for you. The recent sales activity, obviously, but in addition to that, lots of trends and county information. I think it's interesting that they show, how many children live in the area, how many seniors, you can get the demographics. Where do people work, their occupations.
Travel time.
Yes, that's always a big one.
Commute time in there.
Commute times.
Of course, there you wonder, well, where are they commuting to? But what they're basically getting at is, the average travel time in a given neighborhood far out in the county is going to be a lot higher than it is otherwise. They also talk about modes of transportation.
Well, this is a new program that we're using, and we may have to tweak it a little bit in the future, but great information for consumers. We hope you'll stop by the booth next weekend. We're going to be out at the Lake Houston show, a home and garden show, and that's out at the Humble Civic Center. We'll be out there. If you didn't get a chance to get it this weekend, stop by and see us. We'll be at the Houston Real Estate Radio booth, and we'll be generating these free reports as well. You can also go on the website at rrea.com/value and get a copy of the report as well. We'll email that to your inbox for you. And just a lot of great information. Thanks for coming on the show with me, Jay. Appreciate you talking about this report and letting people know what they're getting in it. If you've got any questions about the report, give us a call at Register Real Estate Advisors, 281-288-3500. Talk to an agent. Any of our agents can help you sell your home or look at purchasing another home or give you more detailed information on your house and the report. All right. We are broadcasting from the 28th annual Texas Home and Garden Show down at Reliant, and next weekend, don't miss us. We'll be out at Lake Houston. We'll be out at Lake Houston Home and Garden Show at the Civic Center over in Humble. Come by, calculate the value of your home. If you want to do it online, go to rrea.com/value. You've been listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm your host, Shannon Register. We'll be back again next Sunday at 6 p.m. If you've got a real estate question, you can always call it in, 281-882-8088. See you next week.